Hi, this is Mrs. Howell, and this is how to understand your IB grades in science. I sent a video a few weeks ago on the different criteria that your grade will be based on. There is criteria A, the pictograph. For 6th grade, it was the thermal energy. For 7th grade, it was the energy flow. Criteria B and C is a design unit where they did that in class. 6th grade, we went through the design process on designing a temporary housing for Paradise, California. And for 7th grade, we went through designing Mars human habitat. The design unit focuses on an 8-step engineering process. So with the engineering process, we divided the steps for criteria B and C. Criteria B is for steps 1 to 5, and criteria C is for steps 6 to 8. The last criterion is criterion D, that's the claim, evidence, and reasoning. It's similar to a mini essay. Alright, so how does your grade, your letter grade, how is it calculated? So let's say that for criteria A, which is the pictograph, you got a 4 out of 8. And then for criteria B, it is where you completed the slides, the slides for the steps, and let's say you completed 3 out of 5. So, and you presented in front of the class. So that is a grade of a 6. For criteria C, that's steps 6 to 8 of the engineering design process, and you got feedback, but you only got one set of feedback. So that's a grade of A4. And then your design process, your criterion D, which is your claim, evidence, reasoning, let's say you got a grade of a 3. Now all of these is added together, and this is 17. So on the planner, on page 10, you will see a chart, which is the guideline for figuring out what the grade, the letter grade would be. So looking for 17, MYP international grade for 17, which is between 15 and 18, is a 4. So your MYP international grade is a 4. What is the equivalent of that for the letter grade? So with the letter grade, the equivalent would be from a 4, that would be a BB minus, B or B minus. So now at this point, as a teacher, I figure out what the best fit grade is for the student. Is it a B or a B minus? And I go back to all of my documentation in the last weeks to see if the child, the student has been on task or off task. If the student have been on task and working the whole time, then the student gets a higher grade. If the student has been off task and I have to redirect often, then the student gets the lower grade. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to call me. Again, my email address is mhowell@fcusd.org.